Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, we are here and y'all already know I just left y'all, okay? Trying to get a little piece of work out in, ain't it? And it was given extremely hard today, but we got through it, okay? We did get through it, all right? But anywho, I came down here to talk to y'all about Miss Porsha Williams, because Porsha and Simon, he's been giving her a run for her fucking money. And I don't know what the hell going on over there at Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I hate it for Porsha just a little bit, because, well, I don't know if I really hate it for her, but she accepted this opportunity to return back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And what do we end up seeing? She filed for this divorce, and I'm sure Bravo is banking on, you know, showing her lavish lifestyle, showing this marriage to Simon, only for her to end up divorcing this man, which I feel like that's her whole reason for coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she was trying to, in my opinion, get the hell away from Simon. And first of all, can I give a shout out to somebody who I love their channel, okay? I have to give a shout out to RHONY, the voice, okay? Make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel, please, please. RHONY is almost at 40,000 subscribers, so let's please help him out to get to that. If you're not already subscribed to RHONY's channel, definitely go over there and subscribe, okay? I believe RHONY was the first person I heard to mention this. I honestly, I think maybe the only person that I heard to mention that. I believe it was RHONY. Don't let me misquote him, but he was saying that Porsha was returning to the show to get the hell away from Simon, okay? And I'm starting to believe that that was exactly true, okay? So there's that. And it's been a mess because Simon has been on her ass, all right? He's already feeling a way about her leaving him, so it's giving, listen, BITCH, you not finna profit off of nothing. You're not finna get a piece of this house like you think that you finna get. You're not finna get none of my motherfucking money either, girl, so you could think again. And you damn sure not finna use me as a piece of your storyline, okay, for you to profit off of. And I can't get no money, you got me fucked up, okay? So that's what is giving a whole lot of that. And when I tell y'all, they've been over here going back and forth on the social media, it's been a whole damn mess. And you know we got to get into a lot of it. This man is trying to sue her from when we got into the docs, or at least the article Radar Online. When we got into them, Simon is trying to sue Porsha for defamation, okay? I guess for accusing him of being a liar or whatever, because he's referencing a text message that she sent him saying, Grace giving Kendrick Lamar, don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. Shoo, 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 be. But anywho, girl, that's what it's giving. And so she sent him that text message, and he's using that against her in court. So now he's trying to sue her for defamation or whatever. And girl, it's just a whole motherfucking mess. And it's really giving, you wanted that man. We don't want to hear nothing else, because you wanted that man, and therefore you got that man, okay? And all of the bullshit that came with it, girl, he's taking you down through there worse than he took Miss Fallon down through there, is what is given when it comes to this divorce. But also, the other thing is, you ain't even been married to that man as long as she was, and you going down through there worse than her. And you know what's so funny? Let me clock this real quick. A lot of y'all was sitting up there, and y'all was so team Simon when he was divorcing Fallon, because y'all felt like Fallon was cheating, or whatever the case was, or whatever it was, because y'all was so team Porsha. And then now that he's on Porsha's ass, okay, it is giving a little worse than Miss Whatchamacallit, but now that he's on Porsha's ass, y'all against Simon now. But y'all was just pro Simon not too long ago, sis. Y'all was just pro Simon. Now y'all not pro Simon no more? Oh, okay, because it seems like Simon might be alluding to the fact that he know Porsha been out here get her some zick from some other man, okay? That's all giving heavy on the alleged, honey. Simon know a whole lot of going on. So y'all gonna call Simon a liar? Because y'all wasn't calling him a liar when it came down to Fallon. And then when Fallon had that baby, I guess y'all used that as proof to validate the fact that Simon was never lying. Well, I want y'all to know, Simon probably ain't lying about your faith either. But anywho, girl, that ain't none of my business, girl. I just report on it. I'm not really in it like that, okay? So I do want to get into more of what's going on with them, because he is definitely taking her down through there, girl. First of all, y'all know Shamia had a birthday party not too long ago. Shout out to Shamia. I'm excited to see this birthday party. I'm excited to see how Shamia living. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people may feel away, and I might even feel away when the season starts. You know what I'm saying? But I am a bit excited to see what's going on with Shamia. She about to be a housewife. I just don't want to see her be so up Portia's ass. That's the only thing I don't want. I want Shamia to be a very neutral, honest person. I do understand that's your best friend, but also don't be the best friend that's a yes man at the same time, you know. So yeah, then they say Shamia the richest one out of all these ladies on the show. Hello? So, and she got a happy marriage. So, I mean, y'all let me know. I feel like Shamia would be an ideal housewife. In my opinion, she has a career. Well, she's not technically like in a house. Like, she has her career. She has her 2 beautiful daughters. She has her handsome husband. And she also got a lot of money. It's giving a whole lot of motherfucking money. It's giving she ain't got to work if she don't want to. But she used to it, and I don't blame her, because I wouldn't be sitting at the house either. I gotta be doing something. Like, I can't. I have to do something on my own, okay? So I feel Shamia, and I love that for her, and I'm not really hating on that. A lot of people feeling the way that she's gonna be on the show. I don't know why, but I want to see it. You know, I'll wait till the season start to see if I'm not gonna like her on the show. She's probably a dope person outside of the show, but we just gonna have to wait and see. But she had a birthday party, right? And first of all, girl, they said Porsha came late as fuck to that birthday party. They did. I don't know why Porsha came so damn late. I don't know what Porsha had going on. Simon ain't even in the U.S. from my understanding. So it's not like Simon really held her up for real. So I'm like, why was you late as hell to your best friend thing? Like, girl, I think the party had been going on for maybe an hour or 2 and she still wasn't there. Yikes. So when I saw a video of Shamia celebrating with Porsha and Porsha all happy, and I think it was Bubbles or whatever, and I was like, oh, I guess. Like, I'm glad you showed up because that is your best friend. But also, I guess I probably would have felt a little way. But you know what? Ain't no need to feel away. It's your day. If you don't want to feel away, you ain't got to feel away. BIT, I'm just glad that you made it, because you could have just not came at all. Okay, so it was what it was. But Porsha was very late. But anywho, Miss Girl ended up getting there. It was like an all-white party or whatever. It was super cute. You know what I'm saying? Shamia, why you ain't call me? Shamia, hello? I would have put my little cream on. I probably didn't have no white in the house, but I probably had a little piece of cream. Okay, girl, and I would have slid through. Incognito. These folk don't know me like that, girl. I would have been there. You could have called me. I'm right up the street, girl. Hello. So anywho, girl, remember that get it together next time, and make sure I get my invitation. I don't know what's going on with you, but anywho, let's get into what's going on with Porsha and this man. Let me refresh this because there's so much going on. Also, y'all know that he's suing her, like I said, for defamation. That's something he's trying to add to the lawsuit. He tried to. Girl, these folks don't know how to drive. Girl, he was finna got the tail of this car. Oh, girl, Atlanta. See, that's the thing. They just be giving the license out, baby. They just be giving it to folks. They just give it to them. They don't care. They don't want to deal with you nowadays, girl. When you do your driving test in Atlanta, baby, they don't even be in the car with you. Okay? All right? They don't even be in the car with you, bitch. Okay? They have a camera. All right, COVID done changed a lot of that. They got a camera that they put that faces the street. And I don't know if the camera is like inside of the car. I can't remember, but it's like outside of the car. And it's watching, you know, the roadways. And it's like, okay, go down and make a left over here once you get to the light. Okay, and then once you make that left at the light, go and make this right into the neighborhood. Like, they give you instructions on what to do like that. Then they tell you how to revert. Okay, so I want you to pull up by the orange cone, and I want you to hit your do a 3-point turn. I want you to reverse, you know, parallel park over here. Girl, they don't even be in the car to really get a full feel on how much over there braking. Okay, they don't, girl, they just give out the license. I ain't got time. Anywho, that's why the insurance be so goddamn high, because they just throwing out the damn license and stuff. I ain't got time. So Porsha, back to Miss Porsha in this situation with Simon. So, you know, like I said, he has her in court. He's trying to sue her for saying stuff, or accusing him or whatever. He's also trying to prevent her from being in the home, which she now has access to. He locked the gate. He locked the gate, locked the house, changed the locks to the garage. Now she has full access, which I think was a bit messed up. Like, that's her house too. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe he bought the house before they got married. So is it really hers? Because he bought it before they were married. And he did that, in my opinion, intentionally, so that it can't be a purchase that was made within the marriage. But they do have a prenup that was signed, and with that prenup, if they were to separate, she's supposed to be able to stay at the house, and he's the one that's supposed to go find another residence. So she's trying to get the prenup to be enforced. And like I told you guys previously, that would piss me off, because why did I take the time to sign a document that I'm thinking is supposed to be legible, only for it to likely not be enforced, and I have to turn around and ask the judge to enforce it? Like, I think it should automatically be enforced, period. But you know, that's just that. But she's got access to the house now, right? Now, I don't believe that Rolls Royce, in my personal, is in Porsha's name, because again, based on how Simon moved with getting that house and stuff, I feel like, from my understanding, I feel like he moved strategically with getting her that Rolls Royce. I feel like it was performative. Just my opinion, and it may not be fact, it's just an opinion, okay? I think it was performative for the gram, and to like throw it up in Fallon's face, like, you could have continued to have all of this, but you tried to play me, or whatever the case was. But it was giving, you know, the facade, and we know that Porsha and Simon, excuse me, have always lived for the facade, because just a week or so before she filed for this divorce, it was given be his peace. She was posting all of this fake ass stuff of them hanging out and being so lolly, jolly, happy, and all this and that, only to find out that the girl ain't even happy with the man. Okay, it's been fake. She ain't even changed her last name. All right, it didn't even give Dash Guabadia. Okay, it stayed with Porsha Williams. Now, I don't really blame her, you know what I'm saying, but still, that's what it was given. So yeah, it's been a mess with them and everything that they have going on. Now, let me get back to this Rolls Royce. I feel like Simon got that Rolls Royce in his name, but it was performative for social media, for y'all to see like, oh, I got her a Rolls Royce. So that's why when Shamia had her birthday recently, he got under the post, because she was gifted a Rolls Royce, similar to what Porsha has. And Simon gets down in the comments, and what Simon says is, let me make sure I quote him right. He says, "Congratulations, my good sis, at Shamia Morton. I'm so happy for you. My brother Gerald has excellent taste in fine automobiles." He says, "Look forward to watching the only cast member with a Rolls Royce," is what he said. So then Porsha comes back, and she says, "Simon, don't forget, and a debt-free husband who is a U.S. citizen. My bestie is winning. Welcome to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Queen Mumby." And I'm over here like, Porsha, girl, you didn't know that man wasn't debt-free when you got with him? What did you see? You was blinded by the things that you see, that you didn't try and dig deeper? But I feel like that is typical with Porsha. We've seen her bring many different men onto the show. And Porsha is one of those people that is a hopeless romantic and falls in love at the drop of a dime. So I can see her being blinded by lavish things and not really getting into the details of stuff. That's what she's shown us, and that's what I'm willing to believe about her, okay? So she also calls out the U.S. citizen ship or whatever. So I thought Porsha may have been known about this. I don't know, but I know that after, I can't remember which came out first. I think it could have been his citizenship that came out first, and then she filed for a divorce prior. But then whoever her spokesperson was came out and said that it had nothing to do with the citizenship. She was already aware of that. They divorced each other, or she filed for a divorce from him because of an ongoing situation. And I'll never forget that part. Now, I might forget the order of events, but I do recall somebody from her camp saying it had nothing to do with that. It was an ongoing situation. So what exactly was the ongoing situation is what I'm wondering. What was the ongoing? Sis, what was really happening? Okay, so there's that. Now Kenya Moore decided to jump in and help her sis out real quick, because you know Kenya and Porsha have been getting closer. So it seems like we're going to see a better relationship with Kenya and Porsha. Now, can I say I feel like it's because Porsha gonna need a friend? I do. I feel like Porsha gonna need a friend, and I also can see Porsha wanting it to be old heads against new heads. I can see that. You know, I don't think she considers Drew a old head either. Drew ain't been there more than 5 years. I would think for her to be an old head. So old head is really giving a piece of Shamia, who actually been there longer than Drew, because that's her best friend, and Kenya. And I say those two solely because we don't know how many scenes or episodes Miss Cynthia Bailey will actually be on. She may not come into the season until mid-season or something like that. But yeah. So I think she needs some allies on the show because she don't know how these girls are coming at her. And girl, it seemed like she already got beef with Miss Kelly. I forgot Kelly's last name. Please forgive me. What is Kelly's last name? I can't think of it at this time. But you got Angela Oakley. You got Brittany Edie, who is the cousin to Fallon, because that's not Fallon's real last name. But anyway, what else? And then you have Kelly, who I cannot think of her last name, but I know her Instagram is Who Is Kelly, and she is also a restaurant owner. She has like 2 different restaurants, and I'm definitely gonna check out one of them. One is in McDonough, and then she has another one I think she just put out in Sandy Springs, or whatnot. So Porsha slick threw some shade at her, and you ain't even meet the girl, so why you throwing shade at the girl, talking about saying, I don't know about her, I heard some things about her, I don't know about her, like, yeah, that's the restaurant owner or whatever. So I don't know, we're gonna have to see what's going on between them. But anywho, I think she needs some allies. So anywho, Kenya came into the comments to kind of like have Porsha's back, and this is what she said. Simon, she says, let me jump in real quick. Simon, baby, I have a Rolls Royce, but I bought mine on my own years ago. Now see, baby, actually that was giving shade to Porsha. Okay, she's saying, I didn't need a man to buy nothing for me because I get it on my own because I'm a self-made bitch like that, okay? I bought my own SHI, but then one would come back there and say, you ain't have no choice but to buy it yourself because you ain't got no Nika, okay? So, you know, that's how the people do. You know what I'm saying? But she came in and tried to, you know, help Porsha out a little bit, but still throw shade. And that is enough for me to know that I feel like the relationship between Kenya and Porsha is going to be short-lived. Porsha, I do feel like she can't take it when people tell the truth about her or call her out about things. So I feel like with Kenya, she's not going to be able to just befriend you and not tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Kenya just not going to be able to do that. And I feel like they going to fall out. It's going to be cute for a little bit. And we're seeing them take pictures and everything at the height of the season. But I am concerned that by the end of the season, all of that is going to change. All of that is, I just don't think she can handle that friendship. Why the fuck is they running around with their trunk open? For no reason. I'm like, do they know it's open? And they picked up speed too. Girl, these folks is crazy. Maybe she can't let the trunk down, but ain't nothing blocking it. She just went to the grocery store. Not that I'm all in their business. Girl, look, the people across the street, as if y'all can see, they over there looking in confusion too. Now, like, why are they walking around? Like, why are they driving around like that? Do they know their trunk is up? Girl, let them folks do their thing. I just hope they didn't fly out, honey. But, you know, and this is an SUV. You know what I'm saying? This ain't one of them cars where the trunk pop up. No, this is an SUV where your whole back is open. But anywho, girl. So yeah, I don't think Porsha can really handle that friendship with Kenya, and Kenya gonna get her a run for her money at some point. Okay, so there's that. We got into that. The next thing I want to get into is that Simon has restricted Bravo. I believe he sent them a cease and desist and said, y'all better not film a motherfucking thing in my house. Okay, I don't care nothing about it. Don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. And listen, this is real interesting to me because he went above Porsha. He went to Bravo and True Entertainment. Whoever's over there working on that, he went to them. Y'all motherfuckers is who I have the cease and desist with. Y'all better not film in my motherfucking house is what it's getting. I'm talking about y'all niggas. So, girl, I thought I had double parts. I thought I had Grammy trying to double part, and this lady still was able to squeeze in next to me, girl. Anyway, honey, hurry up and get your ass out your car. But anywho, so ooh, did she not know she didn't have the brakes on? Cause she about to run into the damn trees. Is she okay? Girl, maybe she had a long day. She about to go hit the gym too. Let me get our default business. So anywho, what was I saying? Okay, so Simon has his issue directly with Truly Entertainment and Bravo. So that's real interesting because Porsha has now filed an emergency order or request to have permission to film in his home because it's a part of her job. Like, if she can't, and it's so interesting to me because earlier this year, Porsha in February was the only person filming. So Porsha was the only person filming. Where was she filming at? Was she filming in that house, or was she filming over at the house that she owned, that her mama lived in, or was she filming at the hotel because he had locked her the hell out? Where exactly was Porsha filming, and who was she filming with? Was she filming with Shamia? It had to be, because that was like the only person, because they ain't solidified the cast yet. I don't even think they solidified whether Kenya was going to be a part of the show just yet, back in February. You know what I'm saying? So that's just real interesting. Maybe he found out she was filming at the property, which is why he locked her out, and then now he's trying to restrict her from doing it moving forward. But this is real interesting to me, and I say that because she is asking for a request. Porsha Williams is asking for a request to be able to film. And my question is, if he has a cease and desist with Bravo and their team, how can Porsha Williams, and this is a serious question, not being funny, how can Porsha Williams go around that and try to get the very people that he has a cease and desist on to get permission for her to film in the property? How does that work? Because if the judge grants her permission to film, and they must finna film on Porsha's cell phone. Because if Bravo comes to that man's property and films, I feel like he can then sue Bravo because they didn't get the permission. Porsha Williams got the permission. So I guess the judge would have to grant permission to Porsha and to them, which would then throw out or debunk the cease and desist order that Simon put forth. You see what I'm saying? So it's just real, that's just real interesting. That is really interesting to me. So I just want to know, for the lawyers that may know about that, how is that going to work out? Okay. And if Porsha can't film that, then like, girl, you ain't really got no scenes. Well, you do got scenes outside. Like, maybe you should throw yourself a divorce celebration party, or throw yourself an event just because, or so. I don't know. You're going to have to get creative if you can't film in that damn house. But anywho, let's keep going. Now, Simon has taken to social media and says that, girl, this is a mess here. First of all, Simon put something up about his children. Simon says his children are homeless after he sold his homes and refused to share the equity with Porsha. Marriage lasted 453 days. This is what Simon said. He says, what about Simon's homeless kids? Okay. Woo, he says, I would like to publicly thank the mothers of my 3 minor children who have stepped up to provide cover for our minor children. We are into the 3rd month of litigation without proper visitation. These women have played their part as co-parents and are now asked to do more. With the added burden of caring for my children when they're supposed to be in my care, my children are growing and maturing every day and unfortunately do not have the benefit of my presence. Okay, he goes on to say, seemingly everyone wants to focus on everything but what's important in a family, especially when it comes to children and co-parenting. I have had joint physical custody of my kids for 5 years. Those boys are in my home 2 weeks out of the month. I also have visitation rights to my daughter, who is 11 years old and lives in California. And last minute, had to be diverted to Dubai for spring break. She was ultimately out of a home for 3 weeks during spring break. All 3 kids currently displaced. I would like each and every one of you, especially those with kids, to pray for me and my family. He goes on to say, it looks like he said more about they deserve something, but I think they may have taken it off. Let me go and hop over to Simon's page and see if the rest of that is over there, because this is messy here. Give me 1 second. He says, I would like each and every one of you, especially those with kids, to pray for me and my children. They deserve consideration as well. Okay, so Simon is using the children to try and get Porsha the hell up out his damn house. Okay, saying because she's been occupying his home, his kids have been displaced. Child, this is a whole mess. Okay, he's still out there in Dubai because he's not over there at that house with Miss Porsha. Child, this is a mess here. Now let me dip back over here and see what else been going on. So that's what Simon is saying. Now, there has been more. Let me see where we at with it. So Simon says he will be producing receipts, just for the people to know. He says he will be producing receipts of Porsha's conduct throughout their marriage. He said, I'm extremely good at finding receipts. So girl, what is he really trying to say? Ooh, girl, this is messy. He says, reminder, the scales of justice are about fairness in court cases. There are two sides to every story, and each side of a case or a story must be heard. Each side gets the chance to present evidence or the details about the case. Ooh, baby. Miss Porsha, this is not... What kind of tea does he have on you? What kind of tea does he have on you? Let me hop back over here. So he gives a statement. He says, buckle your seatbelts, folks. This matter will take time to fully unravel. There will be no conclusion until we have our day in court and all evidentiary matter presented at trial. For example, depositions will be taken from witnesses and legal arguments will be made. One thing I'm proud and extremely good at is finding receipts and letting it tell the story. Only this time a court gets to pass judgment. Receipts do matter in court, he says. And a jury of our peers will have a opportunity to deliberate on the evidence, particularly as it pertains to the conduct of each party in the course of the marriage. Now, I don't know if it's going to be by jury, but it may be by judge. He says, time will tell and patience is my strong suit. Stay tuned. Hashtag evidence matters, he says, in the matter of 453 days of marriage. Okay, so this is what he's saying. Now, the streets is talking, or the people were saying that you was out here doing some business you ain't had no business doing when it came to Mr. Slime. You know what I'm saying? They said that you was out here messing around with some people, girl. You know, and it's just a little messy. It's just a little messy. Okay. All right, Simon goes on to ask the question, would you rather cry homeless in a Rolls Royce or in a Honda Civic? Porsha says valid green card. Porsha said valid green card or debt free. Simon, which one you want to be? You want to have a valid green card or you want to be debt free? Which one is it? And so Simon comes back and says debt builds wealth. Poor credit destroys wealth. Which would you rather have? Not you trying to say this lady got bad credit, Simon. Then he says a pig with lipstick does not make one beautiful, because when the lipstick fades, all you see is what it always was, a pig. Girl, I have to clean my hands of this shit. I have to wipe my hands of the bullshit, Simon. Wow. Not you done sat up here and call this lady a motherfucking pig. I know Porsha finna respond. Not you done call her this. I can't. Somebody in the comments said, y'all in the comment section hate on him because he's a Nigerian. Porsha prayed on him for sure, but I guess no one sees that. Ooh, goodness gracious. Somebody says calling her a pig when you used to sleep in the same bed is diabolical. My God. Ooh, somebody says, I guess she wish she would have left that lady's husband alone, child. Somebody says all that money spent on each other just to dog each other on socials is giving high school, baby, because then they had about 4 weddings. That's what it was giving. Y'all spent all that damn money on, and I bet you he spent the most. I bet you it was Simon paying for all of it. Child, y'all did all of that. Somebody says, and to think Porsha allegedly still wants to film the show in the man's mansion. Man, she better go on ahead and leave that man where he at alone. That's where she needs to go. Leave that man alone. Somebody else says, you reap what you sow. She wanted him so bad. I always tell women, be careful wanting a man that another woman is so easily giving up. Women don't let good men go that easy, okay? So, girl, the people are cutting up in the comment section. Simon is cutting up online, and Porsha is going to cut up with him in just a minute. Y'all give her some time. But listen, that's all I got. I ain't got no more, honey. Let me go ahead and hop off this thing. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below regarding everything that we just talked about, okay? I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.